welcome to Kapow Toys Presents. I'm your host, King Grimrock, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Dark of the Moon Voyager Ironhide. Completely new mould. It's not a reworking of the deluxe, it's not an upscaling, it's a completely redesigned figure. The question I ask is, does it need to exist? And that's something I'm going to look at over the course of this review, I feel. Does it need to exist? Because we've got the leader class coming out. That's my bugbear. Do you need this toy? Let's have a look at it. Now, his mech tech gimmick is, well, it's massive, but it's very reminiscent of his original cannons from the film. I like it. I like that idea. I also like the fact that you go and it spins. I'm really simple in that I like something that spins. It just looks good. It looks the part. It fits into the nice port on top of the roof. He also has said port on the side or there, so you can get two and mount one either side, and big old kill mode. He also has a, no he doesn't, no he doesn't, that's a petrol cap. My bad, sorry. But, okay, get that out of the way. Let's have a look at the truck mode. And the truck mode is accurate to Ironhide. It feels a little long. But the wheelbase feels very long. It doesn't, I don't know, maybe, of course in the UK we don't see these trucks in real life, maybe this is more accurate, but it just feels a little big. The panels on the door, the rear doors, obviously don't have windows in, they just have black plastic. Now these could be painted out, I know that happens. Again, little details, especially when you've got this lovely blue plastic around it. I think my biggest bugbear is that Ironhide's just a black truck, again. It doesn't really add anything. You know, you have great paint apps and detailing around the front, lovely finish on this front bumper. It's a different texture to the rest of the toy. In fact, the toy is full of decent textures. It just is a nice touch. He doesn't click together overly solidly. Around the back you have the lovely Autobot symbol on it. It doesn't quite line up. Again, you have the different textured bumper, really nicely done. But in the back you have this open panel, which isn't a flatbed, it's not anything. I don't know, it just feels like it's missing something. It drop away a bit, have it a little bit up. It feels like it's a bit left over. I'm hoping the lead class one sorts that and gives you a proper flatbed, maybe drop down tailgate, just so it feels more of a full alt mode rather than just a disguise alt mode. I don't like these pipes. They're not the, you know, paint them silver. You've got silver paint on it already. Just give it a little more detail, especially when you've got the ones going there that obviously go up to there. On the underside, he's very tidy. You can see his hands. You can fold them away a bit better than that, so let's say. But he is very tidy. You have nice suspension on there and brake discs and everything on the wheels as well. In all, it's a nice Ironhide. It's better than the deluxe from the last movie, by a long shot. It's on a par, I'd say, with the was it the Recon one? Not Recon. I think it was Recon, the one that came with all the weaponry. I think it's on a par with that in terms of the alt mode. The robot mode is. The robot mode has its positives.
I love my enemies, bring out the best in me. I think of everything, I like society, 'cause I'm not an all-around. You are the best in me. I love my enemies, bring out the best in me. I love my enemies, bring out the best in me. I think of everything, I like society, 'cause I'm not an all-around. You are the best of me. I love my enemies, I like society.
And we'll kick off with those good parts straight away, I feel. The legs are sensational. Never thought I'd say that about a robot. But the legs are gorgeous. The legs are brilliant. The feet are massive, stable. Look at the size of them. They're huge. The lovely transformation to put this panel around the side, giving him bulk at the bottom of the leg. He has ratchet joints. Oh, G1. He has ratchet joints in his hips. They're supremely posable. There's loads of different points of articulation, rotation. There's ball joints. The legs are glorious. The head sculpt is amazing. The head sculpt is so supremely Ironhide. Can we bring it in? Kind of. Not sure how well that'll show up. There we go. It looks wonderful. It's beautifully sculpted. The paint apps on it are lovely. Unfortunately, it all just falls down round here. The arms aren't arms. They're tiny. He's got tiny little arms, and the elbow joint is a ball joint and swivel at the top there. So he has this sort of overhang of the rest of it, which means his forearms are only literally that long. You know, and they kind of just sort of stuck up inside the chest as well. He doesn't really have shoulders of any description. It's a real shame. It's a real shame because the chest area is nice in its design. Implementation, maybe not so good. There's a clip, basically, that sits just inside, in between the two. The whole chest panel's on sort of a zigzag, like that. And you crunch it all down, and there's a panel just on the inside. And there's a clip on the inside of this chest piece that seemed to want to go in, but I've been sat here for 10 minutes trying to force it in, and it's just not working. This is fairly solid, as you can see, but I can't seem to get that clip to actually clip, and I feel it's supposed to, and maybe it'll give a little bit more rigidity to it, but it's still not going to save those arms from being really bad looking. As we take a look around the toy, you'll see he's virtually kibble-free around the back. These panels here, there's no direction really where to put them. See how much he's leaning back there, actually. Yeah, there's no real direction of exactly, sort of doesn't give you any indication of where to clip them into or anything. I might be missing something. If I am, I apologise. But the joints are all on, clear plastic. You don't want to force anything too much. He's not bad in that way, but let's just say the instructions will help with this one, I feel. Let's bring out the big gun. It has the claw end, which you can slot in, and it actually has a port rather than a post on this for this end, and you can just put that onto any of the posts on the underside of the Ironhide. Looks lovely. Otherwise, you can flip it over and put it in his hand. I really want this guy to come with 2 of those. I don't know why, just think you want these sort of underslung double blaster look. He looks really nice with it, and it does sort of help overcome the lesser part of it. He can also, you can't quite, no you can actually, sorry I do apologise, you can undersling it on that part of the arm as well. And it kind of compensates from the small arms having that massive part to it. And they say if you had 2 of those, it'd look really nice and really balance out the figure. Because the colour scheme in this mode works really well. I love this sort of metallic, silvery grey blue on the feet that kind of runs through in the darker blue-grey and the legs, and the little areas of gold that are picked out as well that tie up the figure all the way through. It's really nice, and those areas of texture are still there as well. He's a hard bot not to like, because despite his flaws, he has so much going right for him. You kind of want to love him. The head sculpt is beautiful. And as I say, the entire leg structure, build, transformation process is lovely. And when you have this weaponry to compensate for the smaller arm area, you kind of forgive a lot. But it comes back to the question that I asked at the start. Does this guy need to exist? Do you need him? And with the leader one coming out, it's a very difficult thing to answer. Personally, until I've seen the leader, I couldn't make a decisive decision. But going off the quality of the leader Starscream and the leader Optimus Prime from the last movie, if the leader retains not the complexity, but the quality of those, the detail of those, then it's going to be a masterpiece-esque figure. If not, then it could fall down. And if you're a scale whore, then this guy is perfect. But I feel that in the long run, the leader class toy will be the one that most people will sit there as their Ironhide. Anyway, I've been King Grimlock. This has been a clip in Dark of the Moon, Voyager Ironhide, and we will see you next time.